Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. Back again. I'm recording this on February 3rd. I can't believe it's already February. It's kind of insane that we're already in the second month of the year. It feels like a lot's already happened so far in January, and you know, good, bad emotions and everything like that are just at an all-time high. But a message that's been coming up like for me a lot recently is that you're not broken, the system is broken. And I feel like the reason why that's been resonating with me and coming up, in my mind, like Spirit's been telling me this a lot recently, is because I've been seeing so many people out there who are just like really upset with how things are flowing and things are moving. And when I say like you're not broken, the system is broken, I'm not just talking about one thing specifically. I'm talking about a generalization of everything. If you're someone out there who's looking for love and you've been on the dating apps, you've been following all of the guides online, looking for dating advice and stuff like that, and things aren't moving and flowing the way you want it to, it's not you. Same thing. If you're out there applying for jobs, and you're not getting any interviews, you're getting ghosted, things aren't working out in your favor, once again, it's not you. And like I said, these are just little examples that have been coming up and I've been hearing people talk about and seeing and stuff like that. And the reason why I wanted to go on here and say that the system's broken and not you is because we have been taught a majority of our lives one way of looking at different things, or a certain way, I should say, of looking at things. And when it's not working the way we were taught it was going to work, or it's not going the way we think it was supposed to go, we often look at ourselves and we get down on ourselves. And the reality is that yes, self-reflection is great and it's a positive thing that we should all be doing. However, excuse me, confirmation prayer. However, it's not always just us, it's the world around us. So I wanted to hop on here and just kind of ask Spirit a few questions on how we can navigate, what's happening right now in the world. Because, like I said, so much is going on and it's hard to stay positive. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to know what should we do because things are constantly changing. Once you thought you figured out a way of doing something else happens and occurs and it just kind of blocks what you were doing, and now you're starting back from square one again. But at the same time too, it's not really square one, it's just you're starting off now with more experience. But either way, I just wanted to hop on here, ask a few questions of Spirit, and just say, hey, how can we navigate a broken system where things may not look like it's happening in our favor, but it is. So I'm also too setting into the intention. I am not doing any reversals in this reading. So the first question I just wanted to ask Spirit is, what have we learned to believe that's not true? What have we learned to believe that's not true? All right, that's too many cards. We're going to just put them back in. There we go. What have we learned to believe that's not true? And the card that came up is don't compromise. So on the bottom of the card, it says boundaries, assertiveness, courage, and unwavering. And the question, once again, that I ask is, what have we learned to believe that's not true? And I believe what we learned to believe that's not true is the fact that we have to compromise our beliefs and our values to get what we want. Once again, that kind of goes back to the fold of the system being broken and not you. We've been told that in order for us to get ahead or to achieve what we want to achieve in life, that we have to compromise on specific things. And this card is telling you to do not compromise. It's telling you don't compromise, not on everything, but just on the things that really truly matter to you. So like if you are looking, like I said, just as just an example, if you're looking for love, don't compromise on the core values of what you're looking for, because if you do that, you're going to end up not being happy. If you're looking for a job, I understand like the market is, not so great right now, and like you may be looking for like a specific amount of money or specific benefits for the job. Don't compromise on that, because like when you make big compromises on certain things, then it's going to ultimately end up putting you back at square one, if not further back, because you're settling for something that inside your soul and your spirit is not for you. All right, so the next question that I wanted to ask is, what part of the struggle is not the collectives? What part of the struggle is not the collectives? And we have the power of prayer. So what I'm getting from this, because on the bottom of the card it says surrender, believe, affirm, and release. And the question once again is, what part of the struggle is not yours? It's just letting you know that essentially anything that you cannot control, anything that you can't control, you need to release and give it up to the power of prayer. That's what Spirit's letting us know. Sometimes in life, things don't have immediate answers. And I know that we're looking for those answers, especially if we're in a situation that we're very uncomfortable in, that we don't want to be in, that we're looking, like I said, for those quick answers and responses to our situations. However, Spirit's letting you know the power of prayer is something that you need to go and just kind of use in this time. This is like not a part of your struggle. Release anything that you physically can't control and just like give it up to the universe. Whatever you believe, universe, spirit, God, however you want to spin it, give it up to source. Because we ourselves may not always be able to figure out or comprehend the next steps in life or what to do next. But sometimes just that action of praying and, speaking to our angels and spirit and the universe can do a lot for us. And I think that's what, Spirit's letting us know right now. That's not a part of the struggle that you have to deal with. So the next question I have are, what boundaries will protect me right now? So what boundaries are going to protect the collective right now? What boundaries are going to protect the collective right now? We have a few cards that flew out. Put them back in. All right. So what we have right now is evolution. And this cards came up before in a few of my readings. So what boundaries will protect me right now? Evolution. And we have empowerment, transformation, protected, and preparedness. So the boundaries that are going to protect you right now in this situation is just your preparedness for what's happening. Pretty much just letting you know, stay prepared. Anything that like you've been asking for, what you want in life, being prepared is going to help you navigate through that. And also too, what's going to protect you is just allowing transformations to happen, as far as like boundaries are concerned. Because I'm trying to think of the best way of saying it. Our boundaries sometimes are so high or so big that we don't allow things to happen, to flow naturally. And, what's going to protect you right now, especially in this season of change, in the season of, things aren't working the way you think or you thought they were going to work, is one, being prepared, two, allowing transformations to happen, And 3, just empowering yourself. Don't allow also to like the negativity of the outside world to come into your bubble, into your space. Like, it's one thing to have walls up to protect yourself, but at the same time, I know it's like contradictory. We need to allow transformation to occur, but at the same time too, we need to make sure that we're also too empowering ourselves to make the right decisions and to move in a positive way. So I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit jumbled, but that's just kind of like what I was getting from that card. And then the last question I have is, what wisdom am I comprehending from this experience? What wisdom am I comprehending from this experience? Come on, Spirit, just one card. There we go. And we have Archangel Sandalphon. And at the bottom of the card it says, forgiveness, seeking, freedom, and healing. And the question once again is, what wisdom are we gaining from this experience? And the wisdom that we're gaining from this experience and what I'm getting from this card is we're healing from, like I said, this broken system. We're understanding that, we could choose freedom outside of what's occurring right now within this situation in this system. We are not stuck with how things are going and how things are moving. Like, we have the option to move through, this chaos and everything that's happening and occurring right now. And I just kind of also too want to show you the card again. There's a lot of words on this card that are flowing down. It's a mixture of positive and negative words. Like on here I see it says like peace, betrayal, forgiveness and chaos, greed and abundance, answers, loss, questions. So Sandalphon, if you don't know who Archangel Sandalphon is, he's supposed to be the one who is so tall that when you pretty much give up a prayer or speak to God, he's the one who can reach all the way up to the heavens and to the skies to let God know exactly what you want or what you're looking for. And because like I said, I'm reading everything in the upright position, and the question itself is, what are we learning from this experience? Like I said, 1, forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself for engaging in negative self-talk to yourself when it comes to things not moving in the way or a situation that you want. Forgiveness also too of just also not knowing better, because like I said, we were taught that we were supposed to do things a specific way, and the reality is that what we were taught and what we have to do moving forward are 2 different things now. And then also too, just letting take the time to just heal from this. Like I said, you are not broken. You're not broken at all. The system's broken, and in order for us to fix the system, we have to try and just heal ourselves and take care of our own needs first, and then things will start to fall and flow into place. So I'm gonna just close out this reading with my little fortunes that I have in here. Kind of just been doing this for every single reading. And then the message I have is, learning your love language is a journey to self-discovery and connection. And I think this is actually a really good message to end this reading. Learning your love language is a journey to self-discovery and connection, because essentially, honestly, this reading is kind of just about honestly loving yourself a little bit more during this time, because it's hard. It's not easy. Like I said, I know January for a lot of people has been a very difficult and hard month. But I just want to, like I said, want to let you know, I'm repeating myself again, I know, that we are moving out of the year of the snake, and in 2 weeks time we will be going into the year of the horse. So even though right now things may seem pessimistic, may seem frustrating and annoying, it will get better. So I hope everyone enjoyed this reading. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.